I'm going to put this out there straight away. I'm not jaded by this. Hello and welcome to FTTR. I am Hugh McQuaid, and today we are talking breaking WWE news as Jade Cargill has officially signed for the company. But before we dive into that, please hit subscribe, please like this video, please comment your thoughts down below on what you think about Jade going to WWE, and I'll try and apply to every single one of them as we talk about this bit of news. So yes, it was officially announced by WWE / revealed in ESPN that Jade Cargill has officially signed a multi-year deal with WWE. The former TBS champion will be on her way to Stamford, Connecticut. And what does it hold? What does the future hold for Jade Cargill? I have one answer for that. Bright things. I think there is a lot of things to look at in this announcement that really play up how she's going to be treated in WWE. The first being, it was announced. Like, I get it was broken by ESPN, but then it was all over Twitter. Jade was posting stuff. It was on the WWE Twitter account. It was announced. They don't usually do that, okay? It was reported a lot that Cody Rhodes was on his way to WWE. That did not get announced until WrestleMania, until he made that debut. They do rarely do this, so I think that shows that they haven't a lot of confidence in Jade as a performer and potentially as a crossover star, because she's going to be trending all over Twitter. Everyone's going to see her face. Everyone's going to recognize her as a new star for WWE, and they'll be like, she looks incredible. She looks cool. I want to see what that's all about in WWE. And I think the other thing is just presentation-wise, there's nothing wrong with this. Jade fits WWE so well. She has sports entertainer / WWE superstar written all over her. So everywhere you see her, you will think WWE. She could be a true champion for the company. Now, shall we get into a little bit of fantasy booking? Who do we want to see Jade go up against? What do we want to see from her? I think, so a little bit of fantasy booking from me, I would debut her straight onto the main roster. I know there's a lot of sort of crossover right now with NXT and the main roster, with NXT championships being defended. Becky is, of course, the NXT women's champion. I don't think Jade needs to be in NXT. She is too big of a star and too big of a personality that I think she would outgrow NXT very, very quickly. So planting her straight on the main roster is what I would do. And her first feud, I'm going to be honest, should be Charlotte. Like, I know that's not maybe the feud that we all want to see, but I think a good proving ground for a new, huge female star coming into the company. You take on one of the best. And I think presenting Jade as a badass against Charlotte would be perfect. I think they'd match up really well. Here's my little fantasy booking that I want to talk about. Jade enters the Rumble number 1. Bianca Belair enters number 2. You have those two stare off. You tease that dream match, almost like the Nakamura Styles Money in the Bank clash that they did, or the sadly missed opportunity of Keith Lee and Brock Lesnar in that Royal Rumble. But you tease that out. You keep them apart. You would have them acknowledge each other until you build. Maybe for a year, you build to that big match. Have Charlotte eliminate Jade from the Rumble, and there you have your Mania match. You have Charlotte versus Jade. Who's going to win? I think that's the way to go. And you could ultimately have her just be a dominant badass. She doesn't need to wrestle every week. She can be improving in the Performance Center. But she doesn't have to wrestle every week. She's great at cutting promos. She can have an occasional squash match. That's what AEW, to their extent, did really well with Jade, was protect her and make her look credible in the ring while also not exposing her weaknesses. That's what you need to do with Jade. I just think that would work in WWE. You could do that. You could get over in that regard. Beat Charlotte at WrestleMania. Then you have Rhea at SummerSlam, Becky at Mania next year, with a Bianca Belair in there bubbling away. I think that is the ultimate match that I would like to see, is Jade versus Bianca. but I think you need to build to it. I think you really tease it out and really build on that momentum of Jade coming in and have her be, maybe not momentum, that's probably the wrong word. You tease it out, essentially. Tease out that clash and build Jade up to the same level as Bianca, where she's on the posters, she's absolutely everywhere, and then you have the huge clash on a grand stage. I just think that'd be terrific. I really, really do. And there's just so many combinations that I'd love to see for Jade in WWE. Like, even down to, like, Bayley. Like, I know Bayley is one of the best women's wrestlers in the world, but she doesn't get thought of that much anymore. She had that run with Bianca, like, soured me a bit on Bayley because it was just never ending and Bayley always lost. But she's another one you could put up with Jade Cargill. There's so much you can do with a star of her caliber, and I can't wait to see what she does. That's my pitch. Charlotte at WrestleMania might be the obvious choice, but sometimes the obvious choice is the right one. And overall, I think it's a great move for Jade. I think it's a great move to jump from AEW to WWE in a division that does not, like, thrive in AEW. Let's be honest. Toni Storm is basically carrying that women's division on her back right now, and Athena is sadly just on Ring of Honor and not on Dynamite. But yes, I think Jade will thrive in WWE. I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Are you excited for this? Let me know everything you want down below, and I'll try and apply to every single one of them. Thank you all ever so much for your support, and have a nice day.